Hello everyone, this is Anish Verma and you are listening to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. Accountability is something that is taught to everyone as a key attribute in the professional world. You need to be accountable, you need to do what you say, and you got to say what you do. And that kind of builds your personal brand. When I started working very closely with some of my mentors, accountability became more and more important, especially in the entrepreneurial world. It is one of the foundational attributes. Actually, some mentors will not even accept you under their wings if you are not accountable, and they have various ways to find that out and decipher it based on their conversations with you. Since I've been learning more and more about this, I reflect a lot on my life and on the past, trying to connect the dots of why I behaved the way I did in those days, or in those times, or in those projects or assignments that were given to me. And one of these things that I remember about my past is something around 25 years ago, and maybe even before that, right? I remember my mom asking me to go out and buy some groceries, and I used to ask her, where should I go? Exactly what do you want? What price should I pay for the groceries and other things? I'm talking about maybe around the mid 80s, early 90s, where we didn't have in India. We used to buy things from the street hawkers, and bargaining or haggling was part of the day-to-day life, which I find very strange. Still happens in India, but has drastically reduced given the mall culture that people are getting used to. But anyways, so I used to ask my mom what to do, which one to buy, where to go, and my mom, after a couple of such grocery rounds, she said, Anish, you got to figure it out yourself. Check out what we don't have in the house and go and figure it out. This is what I want you to get, and you just need to figure it out. And I remember that, and I started doing that more often, right? I then started asking her what she wants in the terms of, do you want me to go out and buy something? Do you need my help? And if she said yes, I would go out and figure it out and buy it. It didn't matter where I bought the groceries from, how far I went or how close I got them from the house. It just didn't matter. I just had to go and execute on the task. The objective was clear. So about 25 years ago, right, with this mindset of I'll figure it out and having that kind of a sense of accountability, 25 years ago, as I reflect back on my life, there was a time where we had a very important get-together in our house. My younger brother, was admitted into one of the most prestigious institutes of India. It was not easy getting admission in this institute. For every million applications, they accepted only 250 students. And when my brother got accepted into it, it had a very rigorous acceptance process, aptitude tests, physical tests, and a lot of other things that he had to go through. But, we are very proud of him, getting selected into this prestigious institute, and now he is doing pretty well for himself, given that he kept on building on that foundation. So we were celebrating his success, and we were throwing a very big get together in our house. And 25 years ago, electricity or power in the house was not always a guarantee. Power could go off any time of the day, and we had to be ready for it. It was summer, so we wanted to ensure that we have the electricity to keep the guests cool, or make sure that all the refrigerated stuff does not melt away. So my father and I were discussing about what are the things that we could do to ensure that the event goes as planned, and getting a generator was one of the things that came up. And my dad said, Anish, you need to go and find a way to get a generator so that and rent it for the day, for the evening, and we can use it if we want to. And I told my father, okay, I'll go ahead and get one. And my father gave me a couple of ideas that you may want to try here, you may want to try there. So I picked up my scooter and wore my helmet, and off I went to one of the cities about 15-20 minutes away. And I remember this very clearly, guys. This was, I think, one of the very strange evenings I had in terms of being accountable. And to this day, I remember this very, very clearly as to how the events transpired during the evening. So I went to this city, 15-20 minutes drive away on my scooter, and got there, and I parked in front of one of the stores, and I walked into the store asking for a generator. They didn't have any. I asked them, could you tell me where I could find one? They pointed me in the right direction. I picked up my scooter again and drove another minute or two to that store and tried to ask them, and they didn't have it either. And this was something I'd never done in the past, so I was trying to figure my way out. My dad had never borrowed or rented a generator in the past either, so we were kind of treading a new path here. And it was me by myself, so trying to figure this out. So I went to the third, fourth, fifth store. I just couldn't find a generator, and I'm thinking to myself, I can just go back and without a generator and tell my dad I tried everything and didn't find one, and everything would be okay. But for some reason, I somehow felt that no, I need to get the generator. I have to figure it out. And when I went to the fifth store, I was asking out, and there was this gentleman standing next to me, and he heard my conversation with the storekeeper, and he asked me, what are you looking at for? Why do you need a generator? So I was kind of explaining to him about the event, how big event it is for our family, and we want to ensure everything goes as per planned. And he said, okay, you know what, I'll help you, and I think I know where you can find one. I said, okay, fair, that's fine, I'd really appreciate that. And he sat behind on the scooter on the pillion driver's seat, and we started driving around the stores to find one, and trying out all the stores that we could get one. And finally we found one, and he said, okay, now it's a scooter, so they are not going to deliver this to your house, so I think you need to why don't I help you and take this back to your house. Now I started getting a bit suspicious, and how silly of me, but I started getting suspicious, right? Stranger danger, the anxiety of working with someone who's trying to be so helpful for no obvious reason. And I was really in two minds. What should I do? Should I take his help? Should I not take his help? And I was like, what is the worst that could happen, right? He'll come to my house and he'll try to, figure it out. And I don't think he is a thief or anything like that he'll plan a robbery from our house. I mean, my mind was racing in all different kind of directions. It was crazy. But anyway, so this guy holds this generator on his lap and sits behind me, and then I drive back home. And this gentleman helps, get the generator out, and he helps me figure out where to keep it, where to install it, how to connect it, and all that good stuff. And I was really, really surprised of how helpful this guy was. And for no reason, for no selfish reason of his own, he was willing to help me take precious time out of his evening schedule to ensure that everything goes well for this event that we had planned in the house. So when he did that, my father also met him. He saw how helpful this guy was, and we kind of felt comfortable that okay, I don't think there's anything suspicious about this whole event, this whole thing that this guy is trying to help us with. then I think everything should be okay. And then the least we could do to help him, or to repay some of his kindness, was to at least have him stay back and have dinner with us and with the rest of the guests. And that's what we did. He stayed back. He had dinner with us and the guests, and we had a great evening. Everything went well. We did not end up using the generator because we didn't lose power, but we had it just in case that would have happened, right? So I felt very good that I figured it out. And the other thing was, the only thing that I had in my mind to solve this problem was to take the first step to go to the city to find out where I could rent a generator from, right? I didn't have a well laid out plan. I did not know which store to go to. I just knew that I had to drive to the city to figure it out. And the how, my why was so strong, right? The reason for me to get the generator was so strong, to ensure that my younger brother's event of his life is celebrated well. An event that our entire family felt so proud about is celebrated well, that my why was so strong that the how and the what manifested itself. And because I was building this accountability attribute in me, I had to find a way, and everything fell in place as if the universe or maybe even God was trying to help me out, and he sent this man, the gentleman, to help me, and everything worked out great. And I was thinking to myself the next day, Anish, I don't know what you were so terrified about, but everything worked out well and great. And after the evening was over, I offered the guy to drop him back to the city where I picked him up from. He says, Anish, don't worry, I'll go back myself. And he found his way back home. I remember this so clearly 25 years ago that had happened, especially because this guy helped me out, maybe because he believed in providing value. Maybe he believed in giving first, and I learned that quality of how I could possibly pay it forward to others. And I try to help people as much as I can, whenever I can. But the accountability attribute was something that was very interesting, of how I picked it up and developed. And now when I reflect back and try to connect the dots of why I did certain things, these things now become more and more clear to me. So I don't know if you had any such event in your past, any story or any memory that you have that you want to connect the dots with, but something that you may want to reflect on. That accountability is a foundational attribute in the entrepreneurial world, especially if you want to start something, stick with it, and become successful. Especially if you want the right person to come and help you achieve your success, to lead you on the way towards your dream and your North Star. I think this should maybe help you reflect back and figure out how you would want to build on this and move forward. But I wanted to share this story with you. I believe this to the core of my heart, that you have unlimited potential. You need to own it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.